And hello, everyone. Welcome back to FPL Frontline Prediction League. Frontline Prediction League here on YouTube. Frontline League over on X. Like, favorite, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I am your co-host, Scott. For In the Trenches, I didn't say that yet. It is Frontline Prediction League in the Trenches. Joining me, as always, is BeerMe. BeerMe, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, Scott. How about yourself?
I have something in my eye after talking to you for a half hour, and it just came up now as I hit record. There we go. I'm good. I'm good. Now God damn it. How's your week been, BeerMe, as I take a drink here? Go talk over me for a sec.
This week has felt like it's gone on forever a little bit. I mean, thank God tomorrow's Friday, right?
Yes. It's also wrestling this week. It is WrestleMania week. We have Stand Deliver results on screen for you here right now. We have WrestleMania coming up. We have Rebellion this week. It's Sunday. It is about 9:48 right now, so the picks page might actually go up while we're talking, around like 10:15 Eastern time for Rebellion. Get your picks in for that for Saturday, but we'll talk about that as we get there. We got results to talk about first here, baby. We have from Saturday, April 19th. It is Stand and Deliver. Let's dive in because we got like 3 shows worth of show on our show today. What do you say?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go. The FPL Global Triad Championship Tournament ended with FBU becoming the inaugural champions. The James G. Bastion and Broken Nerd, so not you. but
no, not me.
But everybody else did.
They're in spirit.
They got it. They beat the Round Table, Hiroshima Moses, Captain Coolix Blackwell, and Jackson Myrtle. Excuse me, god dang. I drank pop and water, and now it's all there. And Diamond Syndicate, RGX, Stella, and Jonathan Monroe. Again, Myrtle was replacing Static in all of that. We do have the inaugural FPL Global Triad Champions. It's, again, a house show title with no real story or ranking or anything. It's just like whatever sounds good. That's the match that we already have. Monster Mash challenging Saturday or Sunday. But that's how the Triad titles go. It's just some fun stuff for some trios, but FBU does win. A couple records on that. I do believe, like Jimmy G. Bash and Broken Nerd, have all held multiple titles, so I don't know where they fit in the Grand Slam scheme of things, but this is obviously one big part of it for a couple multiple-time world champions, Canadian champions, tag champions. What I noticed was GMSG joins James Blake as the only other dual champion, because Blake was Euro champ and then won the Rumble and the world title itself, then later lost the Euro, so he had 2 titles at one point. GMSG, as of this match, was still Canadian champion or Cleveland champion. Unfortunately, a day later, he lost that, but still, there was a 1-day period where he was a double champ. And I say that because that's the only other time that's happened, so that's kind of a neat thing there. GMSG noticed that Bastion was the inaugural world champion and inaugural triad champion. So he's literally the inaugural champion of 2 of our titles by virtue of tournaments both times, because it was a kind of a glorified tournament. A Rumble winner and the Chamber winner met at Mania, and he was the Chamber side. And then, like, I think some other situations led to the other half of SummerSlam, and he won that. So he won that, he won this. That's crazy. So but yeah, they're the Triad champions. Do you ever want to go after that when eventually, when FBU loses, do you want to slot in there to try to get that on your resume?
I mean, the more titles on your resume, the better, right?
Yep. I mean, you had the American and Canadian, right? Or not Canadian.
Yes.
You had. Oh, you did have both. That's right, because you were at CN Tower. That's
No.
Right. Yeah. No, American.
Yes.
Still.
American.
But get
American.
the Triad, then you've had it, and right? Exactly.
Also tags. So another
true.
tag belt, yeah.
That's true. Well, let's slide through here. We got the FPL European Championship. We also have a new champion there. It is Mac and Cheese dethroning Payne. Payne had it for, I think, 2 weeks. Quick little run there, but Mac and Cheese does have it. He defends. He might have an 8-day reign as he's going up against former champ Atlas Kiyama this weekend. More on that as we get there. But Mac and Cheese did win it. That was our dark horse pick. We both liked that one. We like Payne as well, but Mac and Cheese is fun. We like seeing that win. That's a fun one. This is where you talk.
Oh, yeah.
I was waiting. I'm like,
yeah.
huh?
No, yeah, we all do love Mac and Cheese. He put all of his points on Dom Mysterio the next night, and it paid off for him. So, you know,
yeah, there you go.
He's not to be messed with.
Sorry, that was too funny. It was like, I'm being jump in, please. I'm saying it. I'm saying it. All right. Non-title match. American champion Will Colt faced world champion Daisy Knoll. Will Colt did win. As usual, unless you're James Blake, the world champion lost the champions match. Both of these champions lost their titles the next night. But we'll get there. We'll get to Mania as we go. We'll get there. Lumberjack match. Kevin Dynamite did defeat Luke Gray. James Blake beat Aiden Nakagi. That's a wild one, considering the situation there with Aiden going after the world title and winning. So Blake is obviously going to be gunning for that one based on this. We have, it's a house show, but still, storyline, I mean. We have Detrick Cyrus, James Costner, and Relantando. A great team that works well together. Read the write-up. Versus Alex Kiyama, Hunter Williams, and Jason Blades, who worked a lot better together when you really look at it. Costner even did like a voice call during it. There was miscommunication. He was like thinking he was backstage, but he was just there like at ringside. And they brawled at the back, then he did it. But fun, goofy stuff there with a wild match leading up to Mania. The Light of the Cult beat the good guys, so Danny and Kurt beat CT and Kaiher. The three-way, hey, we got another win. That's 2 now. Scott Red and Bane beat JJ Rocky and the Un-Americans, the Gaffer and Supreme Rock. I think Bane had like some of the best picks all night, or at least best of the match. I know that. Monkey Bong made his return and beat Eli. And then BeerMe. The FPL Global Triad Championship No More Contenders match. I mentioned Monster Mash. They won. El Cid, Memories, and Wookie with a score of 67 beat Team Hardcore with 64. The Legend was 62, and Team UK was 60. So it wasn't far off. It was a 7-point deficit from first to fourth, but 3 points got the win, and that's all you need on these. So yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I know you're picking FBU, but could Monster Mash upset them at a TNA show?
It's possible. I mean,
how confident are you guys going into this TNA
unpredictable.
show? Like, there's a triple threat, Ultimate X. 4-way for the women's tag. Nemesis and Hardys, you never know.
Yeah.
I'm not very confident on this one. I'm saying that flat out.
Honestly, like I'm usually pretty confident on TNA shows, but this one kind of I'm half and half on it. Like I can see a lot of stuff going a lot of different ways.
There's no way Joe Hendry loses the world title after being on Mania, but it's TNA. So nothing's ever certain like that. So there you go. But Monster Mash will challenge. Yeah. We'll move on to that. BeerMe, you beat Mark Steele 33-13. You did pretty good there, BeerMe, with 33.
I actually scored well at an NXT show. I'm surprised.
The rarity. So again, FBU does all win. There you go. Camp Applestone beat Surf Dog. Mark Harper and X went to no contest. Salem Penn beat Boonjaw. Jeffrey Warhol beat Mr. Glee. And J-Mac and Judge went to no contest. Yes, J-Mac is back. J-Mac Judge had their match. And again, there's achievements here as well. Aiden Nakagi's already got his 10th appearance. He did have a few Forbidden Doors under his belt going into this, but he has got up to 10 now. Jim G, Bash, and Booker Nerd got the Triad title. The achievement name for that is Sierra Hotel India Echo Lima Delta. Because, it's pretty great.
Yep.
Yeah, please go read this one. I'm not going to go through the full details here, but they're the kickoff show. The Triad Championship, #1 contender. Eli and Monkey Bong, the three-way. Good guys, Costner, Akagi, Luke, etc., etc. There's a lot in here. Please go read it. It's a lot of fun. We had this ready. I think it was within like 30 minutes of the show finishing. It went live because we had WrestleMania literally starting that same night and had to have it done and ready. And yes, the graphic is there now. Finally, there it is. I finally got it in there. WrestleMania. Our official date for that is Sunday the 20th. So keep that in mind. It was like one day. But we have CT's cool color-coded graphics here, with Daisy Noel losing the World Championship to Aiden Nakagi. Aiden Nakagi, not even an FPL superstar, won our world title. I love it, because that's cool, and wrestling is cool, full of cool stuff like that, so when do you get moments like that otherwise? That's awesome. Don't know what happens next. That's also awesome. So, yeah. But how do you feel about that? Daisy winning the belt just to lose it to Aiden. That's rough.
It is a little rough, I ain't gonna lie. But it's cool seeing Aiden do that, so props to him.
The odds of that happening again are so slim. Like, You couldn't do it if you tried, kind of thing. TLC match, as mentioned, Colt also lost his title. Ralantando did beat him and Jonathan Monroe, so we have a new American champion. He was the first Canadian champion, so he's one of the two, I guess, intercontinental champions, if you want to call it that, with the two belts. North American, I get makes more sense. Ralantando did win that title. We'll see how he goes from there. Fitting for Kevin Owens' avatar to win that, so yeah.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I think he'll have that one for a fair bit. But Will Colt was a very, very strong champion, so we'll see what happens there. The tag titles, I'm sorry to say your boys didn't win that because you guys almost had more double champs with Bastion and Broken Nerd, but the Call of the Mountains did retain the FPL Continental Tag Team Championships.
Yeah. When you put your top lock on a match, it gets thrown out.
Bailey?
Yeah. Still upset about that, but
yeah,
it is what it is.
Rough.
It happens.
Part of the game. Like that's why I put 1 point on El Grande. It's like, I literally was with my points that night watching SmackDown. Went, ooh, I don't think Ray's gonna be in that, and 1 point. And all I lost was 1 point. I got Grande right, but still, it got thrown. So it was only 1 point out, and that helped me. But speaking of new champions, speaking of FBU. Speaking of FBU, not new champions, because the Kings didn't win. I'm just rubbing that in. I'm sorry. Eddie Wood beat the GMSG. He won the Cleveland title. I presume he's renamed to the Canadian. We're going to call it that going forward, because he did actually in the write-up. He claimed the belt and had it. It's his.
Right.
I'm happy for him, but I look at it and I'm like, oh, he did something I couldn't do. Beat GMSG at WrestleMania. Or at all, but still.
Right.
Like,
yeah, hats off to him.
It did, so we'll see how
came
long
down
he
to
has
Logan
that.
Paul and AJ Styles.
Yep. Yeah, 2 points. 2 points is all it takes.
Yep.
Yeah. I know GMC had it was a bit rough on some of his points because he didn't have the Vikings win, he didn't have AJ win, a few just didn't go his way, and either of those would have been enough, even both, because it would have been a case of it would have been tied. At minimum, he would have got 3 points, like a 1 pointer and a 2 pointer.
If the tag title didn't get thrown, I mean,
but just think of that. If
yeah.
if he got those other two matches right, minimum 1 pointer and 2 pointer, he would have had 63 and retained. Not even a draw, but that's it takes. That's the stuff that makes me go fuck. Trust me, I've faced him often enough to be like, oh man, if only I said this for years. So yeah. He'll get back in there. He might go after it again. He might go for the world. You never know. We'll see what happens there. Exploding Ring Deathmatch. Jason Blades versus Kyer. You want to read a crazy write-up. They did that, by the way. CT wrote most of this. I wrote a whole whack of it. Red did a bunch of it. They wrote that one. So that's all them. It does have a different kind of feel and flow to it, which I like. Cinematic. It's very cool. You want to read some crazy. Go read that. Go read some crazy. Yeah. It's explosions, and I'll leave it at that. It's awesome. So yeah, there might be some war metal type kayfabe stuff for end of year stuff, considering that type of thing. So yeah. RGX did get the win over Billy Grayson, 78-72. Good. That's big scores. Excuse me, big scores for those guys on that one. RGX putting him down. Red beat JJ. Red is now 5-0. Red is now the only one that is 5-0. Wasn't a draw. No one else that's been on all five has done that. I haven't gone through the records yet to see if anybody who was 3-0 is now also 4-0, because they might get to 5-0 next year. And if Red doesn't win, then they could overtake 5 wins and no losses versus 5-1, and we might have suddenly an Undertaker streak of that. There's a Mania story for Red every year based on that, depending on wins, right? You can't fall in that's accidental. You can't plan for that. You can't just be like, you're gonna win. Records matter for that, so that's pretty cool. Here's a fun one, BeerMe. Cam Popplestone faced Cesar Bianco and James Black. Supposed to be Halcyon, but Halcyon had to get pulled, so we got 2 surprise opponents. This is like the Joe Hendry situation and the Becky Lynch. It was awesome to have them for that, considering Cam and Bianco, their history with the world title last year, and then Black. absent since 2022. It's WrestleMania. It's part of the fun. So yeah, we had fun with that one. Cam is angry. Cam is going to beat up anybody and everybody and go after anyone. Like, he literally had all his opponents for this weekend pull out and then beat the replacements. I kind of love that. Like, not, I wish it didn't happen, but we can run with that. That's a thing now. We can absolutely run with that as a cool thing. So yeah, we'll make the most of that. Speaking of big wins, BeerMe, how do you feel about this? Where Captain Krulik's Black Wheel beat James Blake in that death match. First blood death match, mind you.
I think I called that.
You did. I don't bet against. I did not bet against Blake. It's Mania.
Yeah,
Blake
call it.
main evented and won the last two, winning the world title both times. He lost to Krulik.
Yeah. Hats off to him, man. That's a big win.
Yep.
Happy for Cap.
That is, like I said, but going into it, that is that kind of win that is like, oh, okay, let's see. Like, does Ralantando have someone gunning for him now? Because deathmatch is hardcore, so is it Krulex and Ralantando? Is there another win to go beforehand? Probably. But we'll see. We'll see when we get there. Dedrick Cyrus did defeat Hunter Williams on the grandest stage. Very close, 59-53. Close match there as well. We have Hell's Kitchen beating the Reaction, so CT had a rough time of it. But Hell's Kitchen, Mac won the European title and then wins the Tornado Tag match. North American Qualifier, X did defeat Van Gogh, Go Right, and Mr. Glee in the triple threat. I also won, the right side won the triple threat. That's funny. I won the triple threat against Atlas Kiyama and James Costner, but unfinished business as Dion Blade came out there and pounced the both of us afterwards in the line with Costner. I beat him before. That's what started my whole redemption run that went bad. So we'll see what happens there. I'll see him at Rebellion. We'll go from there. The Arbiter beat Hiroshi Moses. Nope, that color's... It's a black and white mask, so I didn't look at it right. Hiroshi Moses beat the Arbiter. I was going to say, why is Hero in color? Oh, because Arbiter isn't. It's just a black and white shirt with a white mask. I didn't realize it wasn't the color. Hero beat Arbiter to advance, or at least qualify for the... to qualify for nothing. It's just a Falls Count Anywhere hardcore match. Can you tell it's been a long week? In a Falls Count Anywhere match, Hiroshi Moses beat the Arbiter. They didn't qualify for anything. It wasn't one of the North American qualifiers. That's coming up. But that one was fun, going in the concourse and things, and lots of craziness there. So please check that one out as well. Danny Jordan beat Kurt Cult in a match that I had a lot of fun writing with little bits of like, why would these two guys getting along start to fight each other? And almost like brothers, like, hey, you shoved me. No, you shoved me. Rather proud of that. Sometimes it's the little things that this works. So yeah, that was fun. Orstella did defeat Payne. So Payne had a rough time with the Euro title loss and then this one. Orstella with a big win. Edge beating Malachi Black Avatar. So, things happen. Just don't jump off a cage 20 feet. BeerMe, you beat... Yeah, I had to get that dig in. BeerMe, you did beat Eli, 65-59. He did screw up, though, by putting in 2 7-pointers. So you might have actually lost had he done that. I forget, though. I think he had him wrong anyway.
No, he had Damian Priest.
Yeah.
So I would have won. But
so there you go.
Yeah. But if he would have had Drew, I would have lost. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Aiden Mack did defeat Kevin Dynamite 90-45, so he doubled it. That's a crazy one. Rab did win the triple threat. He qualified for the North American Clash, beating 3J Platinum and Jeffrey Warhol. Jax Myrtle Mark still did defeat the Un-Americans in their Sin City Street fight to qualify for the North American Clash. Words are hard, BeerMe. Words are hard. There's a lot. And Mark Harper won the Bragging Rights Battle Royal. Want to know something hilarious about that? We've had 5 of those now. And every year, aside from 2, there's been co-winners. It was Luke Ray and Lexi Briggs, the first one. I'm trying to remember exactly who it was. I had it the other day. I'm going to find it. You're going to laugh at this. This is actually quite funny when you really get down to like the what really. Luke Gray and Lexi Briggs won in 2021. Cam Poppleson and Modstep won in 2022. James Blake, World and Euro Champ, and Matt Zion won in 2024. Okay. In 2023 and 2025, we had 1 winner. It was Mark Harper both times. How?
That's pretty awesome, actually.
How? 2 winners. I even wrote it. We had 2 winners in the first one, 2 winners second one. Harper won, thank God. 2 winners again. And I had the referees being like, "Oh my God, two again." So this time we're like, "Oh God, thank Harper." They're almost thanking him. "Oh, thank you, did it again. Thank you." The only time out of 5 that we've had a single winner, it's been Mark Harper both times. I almost want him to take the nickname Bragging Rights. Like, Bragging Rights Mark Harper. I don't know. It just... luck of the draw to get in it, and then it's a lot of random to win it, but he did. And he didn't tie with anybody. He's the favorite now. Odds-on favorite. He also won a Rumble, and then... no, he won Money in the Bank, remember. He won Money in the Bank, and he's like Bastion. If there's a casino battle royal, Bastion's winning it as the Joker, because he did it twice. Like, what? Anyway, let's move on. Boone Jaw beat Bushino to advance to the qualifier. To advance to the actual North American Clash, as did Memories over Papa Snooch and Bane the Bissa over El Cid. Matt Zion advanced over Wookie. And then on the kickoff show, we had Salem Penn beating J-Mac, and Dunction beating Carlito, and Jut Jut. So a lot of achievements and a lot of write-up. This is a massive, massive show. Again, CT wrote the lion's share of it. I wrote a whole whack of it, and some big ones. Red wrote a whole whack of it. And then, as mentioned, the guys, Kyra, that he... my brain went to mush. Kyra and Jace wrote theirs. With their craziness of that. Please go read this. The document's here. You can get through the Discord links down below to get to this page. You can get the Stand Deliver page. You can get the booking page, because that's next with Rebellion, because we're not stopping. And then the picks page probably is live, I think. Not quite yet. I don't see it available as of yet, but it will probably be shortly. But BeerMe, let's keep going, because we've got crazy, because we've got... boom, Rebellion this weekend. Sunday, keep that in mind. Sunday, we have the European Grand Prix Championship, Mac and Cheese versus former champ Atlas Kiyama. Atlas did have a rough time not winning at Mania, but he's looking to get his title belt back. It was a toss-up between Atlas and Mac to get that title shot, so we'll see what happens here now. Who do you got, Mac or Atlas? I kind of want Atlas to get it back. I do like when the title moves a bit. I am a fan of that, but that's just me.
I do, but I'm on the Mac and Cheese train right now, so we're riding that out.
By the way, the theme song for that is Temptation by the Tea Party. It's from I think the 90s. It's awesome. If you've never heard of it, it's quite good. Canadian.
Hell yeah.
I think it's awesome. Anyway, FPL Global Triad Championship, as mentioned, FBU versus Monster Mash. We've kind of talked about that one already a bit, but I kind of want Monster Mash to win it, just to be like, what, them? Like, yeah, I want that. Do I think it's going to happen? No, probably not, but I want it. And it wouldn't matter if it's any other team, Diamond Syndicate or Roundtable. I kind of like the Monsters. I kind of like it a lot. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Me versus Dion Blade. I'm confident. I am currently at 5 in a row, which is my longest stretch of time without a loss in the FPL. I've done that twice before. I won 5 in a row once, and I won, I think, 3 with 2 no contests. Once. And I've just won the last 5. I've never gone 6 matches without losing at least one of them. Do you think I'm going to win, BeerMe? Ridiculous stat. Again, I was like, I'm winning pretty good. I'm confident, but it's TNA. TNA is going to TNA.
Would you say you're facing?
Dion Blade. He's got ring rust. I'm confident. I'm not confident.
I want to pick Dion.
Yeah, I figured. I don't blame you. We'll see. Here we go. Call of the Mountains and Diamond Syndicate. So Sheriff Dog, Mark Harper, the tag champs, plus Orstella and Jonathan Monroe versus The Reaction. Jonathan C.T. Martin and Luke Gray versus the Un-Americans, the Gaffer, and Supreme Rock. The Call and Diamonds. The Call Syndicate, the Diamond Mountains. Diamond Mine. No, that's taken.
No, that's taken, but that is, I do like that name, but yeah.
Call Syndicate kind of Mountain Syndicate. Mountain Syndicate's not bad. That's not bad. Versus the React Americans. React Americans? That's not bad. Or the Unreaction. There, yeah.
The Unreaction.
I'm picking the Call Mountain Diamond New World Order, whatever. Who you got?
Give me the Unreaction.
You want the Unreaction? Okay. How about this match? Jeffrey Warhol versus Matt Zion. So the two losers from that one that Matt advanced in. They're fighting in a Rodeo Drive death match. I think they're in LA for this. Yeah. Who you got? I got Matt. It's Impact. There's plenty.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yep. James Blake versus X. I don't make against Blake. I pick him.
Yeah, I'm gonna too. This is where he bounces back.
Okay. How about this one? FPL European Grand Prix Championship #1 contenders match. Ultimate X. Billy Grayson versus Danny the Light Jordison versus Eli versus Hunter Williams versus Kevin Dynamite. I'm leaning heavily on Billy on that one, but I kind of want Danny because I want to see him keep going for that. We've had hopes for him before, and that's my feel-good story. But I think like Billy's got that. He'll bounce back after the RGX loss.
Can you give me the opponents one more time? Sorry.
No worries. I went fast. Billy Grayson, Danny the Light Jordison, Eli, Hunter Williams, Kevin Dynamite.
Eli.
You think Eli? You think so? You just faced him.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, Eli.
And then we got a whole bunch of question marks. Let's fill those in, BeerMe. Up we go. Here we are. I have... let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches. 4 on the kickoff and the main show.
Okay, I have 2 main show, 2 kickoff.
Let's do the kickoffs first. I'll do my 3, then you do yours.
Alrighty.
I've got Bane the Bissa versus Payne versus 3J Platinum. I'm leaning Bane for that one. Going with
You're going Bane.
3-way team.
I'm gonna go with 3J Platinum.
Okay. How about this?
I don't know why.
The Arbiter versus Kurt Cult. Arbiter versus
Arbiter.
Kurt Cult. I'm leaning that way too.
The Arbiter.
Aiden Mack versus Papa Snooch. I got Aiden.
Aiden Mack, yeah.
And I have 4 kickoffs, excuse me. Daisy Knoll versus Lucifer. I'm picking Daisy. I don't bet against Daisy often either, so Lucifer, I kind of want to see that win, but I'm picking Daisy.
I'll go with Lucifer.
Okay. What's your matches to announce? You got 3 kickoff ones, you said?
I have 2.
2. Okay, do those then.
Eddie Chairshot Wood will be taking on Mark Steele in a non-title match.
Ooh.
Kickoff.
I'll
Go with Eddie.
I'll go for Eddie with the momentum. Yep.
And my other kickoff is Redhead 12 versus Boonjaw.
Red.
Yeah, I think so too.
And how many main show matches do you have?
2.
Okay, you do 1. I'll do my 1, and then you do your last one.
Okay.
Pick one. What's a good finale? Because you'll have the last one.
Okay.
The match I have is yours. Heads up.
Oh, all right. So I will definitely going to leave that one last. Okay, so I'll do this one.
Okay.
Hiroshin Moses.
Yep.
Will be taking on Puccino.
Ooh.
I really like this match.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I'm like, that's a good one. Any step or anything? Just straight up.
No, just straight up.
I'll go for Hero.
We'll go with. I don't know. I'm gonna go with Hero. I was gonna go.
Let it be on record that you are pulling back from Puccino at the last second.
I'm gonna go with Hiroshin Moses.
Okay.
Take the victory.
Well, let's see if that karma works out for you, BeerMe, because you are going 1-on-1 with Captain Krulek's Blackwell at Rebellion. Have you faced Cap yet?
Not in singles, I don't think.
No, I don't think you have. I think you guys faced him in Static, right? Yeah. And in the tournament, I think you guys actually FPU in his squad. I think. I might be mistaken. Either way, you got Captain Krulek's Blackwell 1-on-1. I'm picking you, but the spring is not normally your thing, and you guys just won a lot. So I don't know. Maybe you're bucking that trend, but how confident are you?
Caps on a roll, but I gotta hopefully put a stop to that roll. I gotta get back on my. You know.
Okay.
So.
Well, what's your last one to round us out here?
Oh yeah, that's right. I have a
You got
doozy.
the last one. You got the last one. Yeah.
Okay, so I have a non-title match.
Oh,
It's
hold
gonna be
on.
Rowland.
Fix your mic. You're cutting out.
Oh, sorry.
I heard oh.
I have a non-title match.
Okay.
It is Rowland
Okay.
taking on Cam Popplestone.
Oh.
That's a good match. I like that match.
Oh man. Didn't they? Am I correct me if I'm wrong? But didn't they face off for the Canadian title originally? 5 years ago. 4 years ago. Am I crazy? No, Rowland versus Cam.
I think you're right. Yeah.
It absolutely was. Yeah. Oh, I'm picking Cam. He's unstoppable. I know Rowland just won that belt. I'm picking Cam. He has not lost. And you could say he's fighting Cam or he's fighting Rowland, and then tell him actually no, it's James Blake last minute, and he'll still win. That's how confident I am on Cam right now. Yeah. What do you think? Is Raul gonna do it?
I think so.
Ooh, that's a great match. I like that match a lot. And that's this weekend on paper. It's seriously FPL Rebellion. It's this weekend. Get your picks in. Again, the deadline. So it's like, okay, so I believe it's 8 o'clock Eastern Sunday with the 7 o'clock pre-show countdown to Rebellion or whatever they call it. And so 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern deadline to get your picks in. The picks page is literally available as we speak. It is loading. Rare it is right now. It's been available for a grand total of 10 minutes. So it's brand new and fresh right here for you. Go put your picks in right now, guys. It is there. Let's call it there, baby. This has been a long one. It's been WrestleMania. It's been a hell of a lot of fun. Our 5th one. That's insane to me, but I love it. And we're just trucking on forward, looking forward to the next one. And bit of a breather after Rebellion. We got, I think it's Backlash May 10th, thank God. So a bit of a breather, even though it's only 2 weeks, but still. It's longer than 3 shows in 2 weeks. So, anything you want to say before we go here?
Just thank you everybody for listening. Get your picks in and start of a new season.
Basically,
Mania's done, so let's go.
For us, it is a bit of a season thing, so there we go. But we'll call it there, guys. This, again, is the Frontline Prediction League. Frontline League on X. Frontline Prediction League here on YouTube. Like, favorite, subscribe, all that fun stuff. We do appreciate it. Thank you again for it's a 4th year, because we're in the 5th one now, so it's not been 5 years. We're in year 5. It always throws me off a little bit, but we've had 5 WrestleManias. It's super awesome. We appreciate it. And let's keep trucking forward and have another however many more. Like, it's no signs of slowing down. So here we go. Thanks again, everybody. Have a good night.